B2B sell is different from B2C. Maybe you agree or disagree, but amazing model spin is the answer. How we can do in the best way selling process in B2B businesses. At Gist of Marketing, today I try to explain this model in detail. Let's enjoy this amazing book. Welcome back to Gist of Marketing. Okay, this amazing book is the result of analyzing more than 35,000 calls, sales calls. So, and one point that the author starts is the psychology of buying. For example, when you buy something and that the value of the sale is not that much high, you are less sensitive or you are less cautious. For example, if you want to buy a tie, your reaction, the way that you do the selling is different when you want to buy something expensive. For example, a house. So the procedure is different and our sensitivity is different towards this. And definitely when you want to apply some closer techniques to a company, it doesn't work because first of all, the person that you are talking to is an expert and is a professional one, is not a random guy out in the street. So he knows. And the second thing is the amount of the interaction, the money, the value of the purchase is high. So the psychology behind that is not the same. What are the solutions? Okay, Neil Rackham first tried to divide each selling call in 4 parts. So the first part is preliminary step, we can say, that is about introducing yourself, warm up, who are you, your company, your brand, okay? So it's about introduction. The first part, preliminary parts, okay? The second part is investigating, that the sales person asks questions to find out how it goes on, what is the problem, yeah? And the third part is, but this is not what the author found as a solution. These are just introduction to what we want to discuss. So the third part is demonstrating. Demonstrating is that you show, it's so obvious from the word, your capabilities. Is it worthwhile to listen to you or not? Is it worth it or not? So you show, you demonstrate your capabilities. The last part is obtaining commitment. Interesting, this part. In small sales, at this part, you close, it's over. They pay, they got the product, you are done. But in large sales, it's different. Why? Because at this part, you should ask the person the next appointment, the next time that you can talk and discuss, or get an appointment with someone who is responsible in that company about your product or service. Okay? So at this part, totally different. Okay, in large sales, the most important thing, the most important part of these 4 parts is investigating. And if you can ask these 4 kinds of questions that later on we discuss, if you can go on directly and meticulously at this part, you can get what you want. This is the beauty of this book. So, in large sale, the most important part of these things is investigating. Okay, so and there are 2 kinds of questions before we get to that 4 kind of question that stands for SPIN, SPIN, that I discussed. It's some general facts that we want to have a look at it as an introduction. So two kinds of questions we should know: closed questions and open questions. Closed questions, it end up with yes, no, and open questions it's a long answer. They are more powerful because it consists of more information. Next part is closing techniques. The author read everything about these closing techniques, and everyone who is is familiar with closing techniques. But closing techniques doesn't work in B2B businesses, and this is the reason of this book. And the reason is the small decisions are easy, and people say easily yes. And these closing techniques are devised for these small things. If you want to sell me a tie, a shirt, it's easy. And you can apply these closing techniques and it works. Definitely. Not all the time, but it works. But how about B2B? The amount of the money is huge. The person is an expert, totally different. And this is what we want to learn. Okay, next part. Okay, right now we should understand two main ideas. And it is the philosophy behind this model, spin model. The first thing that you should know is implied needs and explicit needs. What are the differences? What are they? Implied needs are the problems, difficulties, dissatisfaction, but we are not aware of them. They are unaware, okay? And in this process, in a spin model, we try to move the prospect from unawareness to awareness. What is the awareness? Explicit needs, strong wants and needs. They know that. But at this part, problems and implied needs, they don't know it. And in this model, spin, we try to move the prospect from here, unaware about the problems and dissatisfaction, to awareness. Okay? So have it in your mind. Let's go to the model. What is this model? This model consists of 4 kinds of questions. Spin. S stands for situation questions. P, problem questions. I, implication questions. And N for need payoff questions. Okay? 4 kinds of questions. I'll explain them one by one in detail, but right now just the gist of it. Situation question is about facts, backgrounds, like how long have you had this present product or service, okay? So situation, what's the situation right now? And the next kind of question is problem questions. In area of when actually is something that you want to find out, okay? But not like what you maybe previously have done it. It's a little bit different. So finding the problems and implication problems. Questions. Implication questions are kind of the same with problem questions, but it's more complicated, it's more complex, okay? And need payoff questions is about how to get customers or prospects tell you what is the benefits of the products. Okay, now I explain one by one this amazing model. Now we got to the main point. How are these questions? This spin model. The first one, situation questions. At this part, you want to know how is the situation. You can understand and ask questions to find out in 3 ways. Okay, about the person that you are talking to. For example, it's on the phone, okay? You should understand who is this person. Is he a decision maker or not? Okay, how is his situation? And the next one is about their business. They are growing or shrinking, or are they satisfied with the procedure, the business? How long have you been in the business? And the next one is the equipment. For example, you want to sell the machines, okay, to this company, and you should know what kind of machines they are using and what kind of equipment they are using. So three kinds of questions for situation: the person that you are talking to, their business, how is their business, and the equipment that you want to, for example, sell. And the next questions are problem questions. At this part, you are trying to find their dissatisfaction, their problems, What are the pains right now? So you can ask, okay, are you satisfied with your present equipment? So the equipment that you want to sell, for example, is something that can accelerate, make it faster, better for this company, okay? So first you should understand, are they satisfied with the problem or not? With the machine and the equipment. And the next part is implication questions. In implication questions, the difference between both of them are related to problems. The first one, we just want to understand the problems, but at this part, we try to make it more visible. Remember that I said in this model, we try to move from implicit to explicit. Okay, they are not ever. Now we want to make them ever. This is right here. Problem questions is like small businesses. Small cells. In a small cells, at this time we are over. We are done. But here is implication questions. We want to ask them because the scale of cell is high. The money is high, the value of the product is high. The prospect should understand exactly how these problems that they have, for example, how this machine or equipment that they have, these negative parts of this machine affect their procedure, affect their business, and is it valuable to buy from us? For example, our product is 100,000, okay? Our product is 100,000 and we want to sell this product for 100,000. Okay, we should show them, is it valuable? Is it a good thing to buy? Because they should understand exactly the effects of this problem on their business. Okay, so you can say, okay, you say they are hard to use, for example, this machine. What effect does this have on your product? How it affects on your product, on your business? Okay, we ask them, they tell us. Not we say, we don't say, we ask them. So when we ask them and they told us how it affects, now it's a minus part, it's a negative part, yeah? At this time, we amplify, kinda, and show them, make them explicit that they can see that, how it affects on their business and the value that the product that we want to sell, how can help them to avoid all these pains, okay? All this cost of money, all this waste of time, energy, or customers, okay? So then we get to the point, need payoff questions. In need payoff questions, we try to ask the prospect some questions that he or she can tell, if I have your product, for example, this machine that you want to sell, if I have it, how this affect my business, how it affects, how it helps me, how it saves money, how can I make more money with this product that you are selling me, okay? So it's the beauty of this system is this part. Because you are not there to explain. In small cells, it's okay, it's over here. But in large cells, it's not like that. It's not the decision decision making is not so fast. You talk to someone, she goes to the boss, to the CEO, and talks about your service, your product. Okay, so you are not there to explain how great is your product, how amazing your solution is. So when you ask this kind of question, because they know their business, when you present your product, okay, and I can say how it affects me, because I know myself. When I want to explain, I can explain it in better way. Beautiful, yeah? I love this. So that's it. Just, I think, one more or 2 points, and I say then you are done, and you can use this amazing model in your business. Okay, as I said, in large scale, problems are complicated, and there are many aspects for a problem. And maybe, not maybe, most of the time, your product, your service cannot solve all aspects. And because of this, just knowing and showing the problem is not it doesn't lead to sell, because there are other aspects too. It's not just a simple, okay, problem, solution. No, problem, but this problem has some other factors too, causes too. So you should lead that in a way, because of this need payoff questions, beautiful, that the prospect try to sell from his perspective how this product affects. Otherwise, causes, there are so many causes. Okay, so next point. Implication questions are negative. This is the pain. Need payoff questions are positive because there's solution. And you look at your questions, and if it is negative, is negative oriented, you know that it is implications questions. And when it's positive, then is need payoff questions. Okay, just a few points that I said before, but I want to emphasize again that you don't forget them. Okay, the first one is, in large scale, problems has many components and causes. Be careful. In a small, problem, when you find a problem, it's over. You have done. You close. But in large scale, it's not like that. Okay, the second point is the main reason of this system, spin system, is that you should get the customer tell you the ways in which your solution will help them. They should tell you how your products help them. If you can do that, perfect. So it goes on, and they can tell the CEO or the person who is the responsible about the decision making about buying your product, service. And last one is, as I said, implication questions are problems. They are trying to make the problem more serious, even bigger, and emphasize on the pain, okay? But in a need payoff questions is solution centered. As I said, negative, positive. Do not forget that they are different. When you are writing down your presentation and did you want to talk to the person that you want to sell. Okay, so thank you so much for the time. I hope you enjoy it, and you can try to use this model to improve yourself. Okay, till the next time, take care, bye-bye.